we had a really good look at the tech behind the new SRAM Red eTap HRD, which combines wireless electronic shifting with hydraulic disc brakes. But now it's the best bit, because we get to try it out. Now, you might be wondering how I can get quite so excited about a new group set. And it is a good point. I mean, I enjoy riding pretty much any bike that comes my way. But what I really like are genuine steps forward in technology. So disc brakes are one of them, whether you like them or not. And so improving them further and then combining them with cutting-edge shifting technology, well, that's even more than a step. That's like a leap. The question for this video though is, what does it actually feel like to ride? I won't go into too much depth on the eTap gears because we have explored those fully in previous videos. What I will say though is that their reliability has, I think, been proven in the years since their release, not least by the two World Tour teams that use them, who have, so I'm told, not actually had any issues at all. And then the only other thing was about the security of the wireless protocol. Now, some people had been concerned at the launch that maybe there was a weakness and you might get hacked. But, to my knowledge, the security is intact, perhaps because no one can hack it, or more to the point, perhaps because there isn't really any purpose for doing so. Either way though, no one's going to be shifting gears but you. So what about the discs themselves then? SRAM's brand new Hydro 8C platform. Well, for me, the first question is actually always about the levers. Now, hydraulics have always had the slight problem, to put it bluntly, of being able to fit everything in. Now, current users of disc brakes probably, and quite rightly, don't really care. I mean, you might have a slightly larger lever diameter, and the levers might not look quite as organic, but you do have very effective brakes. But for some, to be quite frank, the look was something of a turn-off. But now, however, SRAM have been able to take advantage of the really minimal internals required by their wireless electronics. And so, the hydraulics have been much more integrated. Now, the lever diameter is now much smaller as well, and to my hands, it does just feel right. But I've also taken advantage of two other adjustments that you can make to the levers. Firstly, I've dialed in the reach adjust slightly, so moving the lever blade closer to the handlebars, meaning that I can reach it a little bit more easily and a little bit quicker. And then the second thing is in making the most of SRAM's brand new contact point adjustment. So some people like their brakes to be really immediate, so hardly any lever movement before you start to slow down. Whereas I, on the other hand, like a lot of lever movement. And so by adjusting a little 5mm Allen key bolt just up here, I've been able to get exactly that. So with the brakes now set up exactly to my tastes, what else can I tell you? Well, much of what's new about this brake is actually in the setup and the maintenance of it. So SRAM say they've made the bleed process easier for a start. It's intuitive, apparently, even to technophobes. But then, of the other changes, one of the most significant ones is actually that SRAM have very carefully made the brake more powerful. So the modulation that you get with SRAM's Hydro R, which is their current disc brake, is still there. But you just have to pull ever so slightly less hard on the lever. So in use, it feels very much like the best rim brake you've ever used on aluminium rims in the dry. Now the beauty of this, of course, is that they're going to stay working in exactly the same way no matter what the conditions. So in really terrible weather, you can ride much more predictably and therefore much safer. Or, if it's your bag, you can ride much faster and then also have more fun. Now, there is one last thing to mention, and that is to point out that SRAM say that they have continued to improve the heat management of these brakes. Now you might remember that Dan Lloyd actually rode down the whole of the Col de Tourmalet, dragging only his rear SRAM Hydro R disc brake, and not only he, but also his brake lived to tell the tale. But it turns out that in their testing, SRAM have pushed it way, way harder than that. Now, of course, I would love to put it through its paces here today. I mean, I even stocked up on chorizo sausage this morning, but the reality is that on these local roads, there is nothing to even remotely challenge this disc brake. So, we thought we would try something else, something perhaps even more important. Just how big a grin can I get on my face from a little tear up on this beautiful bike? Let's find out. Wow, that really is a lot of fun. And to my mind, that's what disc brakes on road bikes should really be about. Now, earlier on, I mentioned that we have a video where we've got a bit more information about the tech side of this new group set. And so if you want to watch it, then please click just up there and you'll get straight through to it. Or for some more info on the actual eTap, the wireless electronic gears, then click for a video just down there. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to GCN. To do that, just click on the globe.